What's up everyone, Eric Rossi, the guy with the eye here. I want to do a quick review today of something that I've really liked from this line of action cameras, and I'm sure you've seen the SJCAM line of cameras that I do. There'll be a whole playlist down below and links that you can look at. But today I have the SJCAM SJ6 Legend. Why is it a legend? I don't know, but it's really cool. There's some great features that I see on here compared to a lot of the other competitors out there. So let's check out the SJ6 Legend. So obviously I have the camera out of here, but SJCAM did send this over like they've done before, but they did not pay me for this review, so this is just me being honest like I normally always do. Just some of the cool stuff right off the front with these cameras is they compare very well to like GoPro and like Zomi and all those other ones out there. They're pretty high quality for an action camera for what you get and what you pay for. This is like $160, so you're not crippling your wallet to get a high quality action camera, especially with a lot of stuff that they added to this. But it always comes in this similar looking packaging. It's gotten better since the SJ4000, 5000. I've done the M10 and the M20 now at this point. So this is like the 6th generation of things, and whatever they come out in the future, not fully sure. But when you unbox this stuff, you get everything that you need. And now a couple of things are unnecessary, and I'll describe that in a minute. But once you bring this, you get all of these, clips and mounts and adhesions that you could stick to anything, and it's just really good for what it is. So when you get this, you get a lot of stuff for your value, and you can essentially mount it towards anything. So this is the little guy right here. It obviously comes in the housing right here, and this makes it like waterproof up to 30 meters, but I took it out so that way you can see it better. But it's right here, something like this. Very small, very portable. That's why it's an action camera. And the build quality of these has gotten better over the years, but they've always been very, I'd even say rugged and very high quality, even compared to like a GoPro who does well with that as well. But a lot of little things on here made this good, so I'll start out with them quick. This has a 2-inch touchscreen on the back, and that is a big thing. So you can just use it as like a normal touchscreen. You scroll upwards, you click, and you do things. And it's very easy to use, and it's pretty good. There's maybe a little bit of a lag, but it's almost fully responsive, which is a big step over a lot of things out there. The other cool thing is, and it might not seem like a big deal, but you don't need the cases anymore or mounts to include a tripod on this. So when you see any of the review things that I had on here, I had it just on the mount right here, so you don't need anything else, which is huge. I don't even think GoPro does that, so that's also a really big thing. This also does support external mics, so that way you can plug a mic into this, and that way you can get better audio, and that just comes down to whatever you use. Other than that, audio that comes off of mainly all action cameras really isn't that good. But for $160, you're getting something that's rugged. You get a 1-inch screen up front. That way you can see everything that you're doing, the record time, what's going on, what setting that you're on. Because the way the menu systems were, you'd always have to like click a side button and go down, and it was very clunky. But with this new touchscreen style, I'm excited to see what others think of this and how it will progress as it's going forward. So huge things off the back right there. 16 megapixels, you're getting pretty decent-ish stills from this, but you're not buying this for stills, you're buying this for the video. And for the stills, once again, you can't really manually set anything, so it's pretty much set on auto. But this is I think this is an f2.5 166-degree lens, so you're getting a lot in there. And it's okay in low light. It's a very small sensor, which I think is made by Panasonic, but it's pretty good. So for the video, this is obviously what a lot of people want to see and know about. It does do 4K-ish, it's interpolated, but it does do 2K at 30 frames per second. And you'll see in a lot of this stuff, I scaled it down to 1080, and it looks pretty darn good for it being an action camera and something that you can use. But it also does do 1080p up to 30 and 60 frames per second, so that way you can do some slow motion in there as well. So you're getting something decent, you're getting something good. So overall, I'm very impressed by this, by this SJCAM right here. Ease of use, the touchscreen is very easy to use. You get a lot of options. The other cool thing is the gyro stabilization, and in the past few models is when they started to put this in, and it's okay. It's nothing groundbreaking. I'd say you would still need a stabilizer to get really smooth audio, but it is, or video, but it is better than having nothing. Like an example right here, you'll see me just walking with this, but when I have this on, it maybe helps a little bit. You do see a little bit of a shake, but it's better than nothing and it being just raw. So it's great, and I'd love to see what they put in the next SJ7 or 8 or whatever they're going to call it line of camera. So this can also hold up to 128 gigabyte micro SD card, which you put on the side right here. The way to use it, it's pretty simple. It has built-in Wi-Fi, which you can click a button and do that. You can access buttons on the side. There's like a function button or effects. And then the power button is on the side right here. And then up top is where all your recording is. So to take a, a still photo, if you're in the right mode, you hit the top, that takes a photo, video, records, etc., etc. It's pretty explaining past that. And the only thing I don't like what SJCAM does is they always change their batteries, and they're not always using the same one. So for example, they've actually got a decent one in this one. So they say it's 1,000 milliamp hours and it's supposed to last a decent amount of time. I had this for under an hour and maybe only like 40 minutes, and I wasn't even pushing 4K out of this thing, and it wasn't holding well, and I didn't get a lot of time out of this. So you might need to buy 2 batteries and you'll be good to go with something like that. But the battery life I think could be improved, but it was really good when the SJ 4000 Plus and 5000 use the same battery. You can use them together and you didn't have to get rid of them. So if you're in this line of cameras, you will need to buy another new line. And this, once again, it works pretty much the same way it's always done. It's through the SJCAM Zone app. You can control it, and then you can also share towards like your Facebook, Instagram, all that kind of social media stuff. So for 160 bucks, you're getting quite a big package right here. You're getting a lot. Burst photos, time lapse, gyro stabilization, like I said, FPV, for like aerial, and then you can also do like dash cam, motion detection. Just trying to see if I missed anything. This is pretty much everything right here. It comes in black, which you're seeing right here, silver and rose gold. So check it out. There'll be a bunch of links down below. I think we got everything right here. But overall, photos, once again, usually from these type of cameras aren't normally the best, but the video I actually thought was pretty good, and maybe kind of like the M20, the bigger one, the taller one. It's more vertical. But I think that this is definitely a huge step in the right direction for how action cameras should be. So check it out. The SJCAM SJ6 Legend, pretty darn good. Check it out.